forgot to balance the phone before the live. It's usually something I try and control. It's like, shit, I didn't pre-plan that, didn't do that. And it's really actually, I didn't expect to not have the phone balanced, and it's actually really bothersome, and I don't want to have to hold the phone, but I guess I'm gonna have to hold the phone unless I can make my steering wheel turn a bit. Okay, so I haven't started yet, trying not to control. I'm gonna set a timer for that. So this is just the pre 10 minutes. And so just bear with me here because that should be straight enough. Please. Like, I really want to fucking control this. I want to have that under control. I want to have this dust under control. It's so out of control, but I hate it. I'm having a hard time just with the setup, with having it look like that, with the steering wheel in the way. And last time I filmed, I was able to just balance it very nicely on my steering wheel. Okay, please stay. My hands are like shaking. Please stay. Okay. I'm just gonna lift myself up, and this feels too close for comfort. Feels too close for comfort now. Ah! Oh my god! I guess I'm not gonna be able to control the phone being balanced on something. So I'm just going to kind of hold it like this, and it's going to be shaky and annoying, and I'm going to want to control that, but we're trying not to. Okay, I got an idea to just, I got an idea to try and let go of my control freakish ways by making myself try not to control anything. And by my control freakish ways, I mean, I get constant like anxieties and triggers, and then my trauma responses, like either trying to fill the space by talking, over explaining, just like fixing things, and like fixing physical things, or fixing what I'm saying by correcting myself, like all that stuff. That's what I'm labeling as my control freakish ways. I try to like control situations. If something seems off, I get this, it's like I gotta do something, and I just want to be present for once in my life. Like, I was already just trying to control that sentence. I tried to control this was supposed to be just a spontaneous live, but as soon as I got the idea, I started controlling in my brain. I started pre-planning everything, and I just couldn't stop. Like, I just like going over what I might say or do or how it might go. I just started doing my brain. Like, I tried not to, but that just happened. So I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes, and I guess I'm just going to sit in this discomfort, and I plan on saying my thoughts, maybe not every single one, the thoughts that I want to say that are just like if control is coming up, if something is happening and it's triggering that, and then like my urge to do something and control something or fix something, you know, I'm gonna vocalize that. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start the timer, but I'm like so resistant to, I don't want to, I still want to figure out the stupid phone situation and have it balanced somewhere, but there's stress about taking too long doing that and annoying people I get, or just like losing the attention, like I'm trying to control. I don't know, I feel a need to, it's just like a desperate energy. It's a despy vibe of like, please don't abandon me. Please just let me just fix my phone for a second, please. Like, don't leave me. Okay, that's obviously the childhood trauma, and if people want to leave, I'm not gonna fucking hold you guys hostage. That's the last thing I want to do. But I guess if people leave, my brain goes, ooh, that means something. That means I suck. Not true. I'm changing my beliefs, but okay. It's like I don't even want to start the timer because I don't want to. It's stressful, but I just have to fucking start it. So we got 10 minutes on the clock, and I'm already having fears that I'm somehow, even though this alarm should go off, I'm having fears that it's not going to go off for some reason, and then I'm just like not gonna do what I said. I'm not gonna do the 10 minutes. I'm gonna go over the 10 minutes. Like, stop trying to control. Stop. Okay, I clicked start. We've started. Like, I literally kept turning the volume up over and over and over again. It just a little bit of a compulsion there. So far it's okay. Maybe it'll be okay. And then I have fears of this, like, not even being, it's like I want it to be hard so that it proves so that the video, I don't know, is not boring. I just don't. I usually, when I do a live stream video thing, immediate thought to clarify that I have the comments off, and then there's a thought that it's like, yeah, people know the comments are off. Like, I don't need to say that. I don't need to like clarify. I just already feel a need to over explain that I say it so many times, like, oh, I'm just doing this. I'm doing this as a live stream so that I don't have to edit or like export the video and have just that extra time to choose not to post it. Like, every time, why is that bad? Okay, I was just holding my breath there. I have this realization has come up before of this, like, me feeling like I'm inadequate in some way for not editing videos right now and for doing it in this way as a live stream, but with comments off, like not as an interactive live stream. There's literally feelings in me and my body. I think that I'm doing something wrong by doing it, or I'm not good enough. And then I feel the need to, I guess, like, over explain that. But if I wasn't trying to give up the control, I would just go on explaining that and then blah, 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 blah. Like, I wouldn't be aware of all these things underneath everything I do or say. Because I've realized my whole fucking personality is like a trauma response, like trauma responses. It's not my whole personality, but it's it just really hinders me from well, just feeling calm and, excuse me, okay, and enjoying life and life experiences. Like, I enjoy life alone now that it used to be hard to just be alone. So I'm really enjoying being alone, but that sometimes I'm not, because there's control freak things that happen still a lot when I'm alone. Like, just trying to control my thoughts, or like, no, scary thought. Just having thoughts about how I don't want to look at the camera, and is that okay? Is that being good enough of a person posting on YouTube to not stare down the barrel of the camera? And now I'm just having, it just popped in my head, like, Cynthia Erivo, the actress in Wicked, who, when she was saying she chose to stare down the barrel of the camera when they took the poster photo, and it, like, she had gotten offended that someone made the fan art. The fan art where they made the new Wicked poster look like the old one, and so they covered her face, and she was upset about that, and then she thought it was like a racist thing, and then yeah, I don't know. I'm also realizing, like, I don't need to share every thought that pops into my mind. But then it's also just like, I don't really care not to. I care. No, sometimes, I don't know. Fuck, I can't even speak. It's hard to even know what I want to do, because it'll be like, oh, this is funny that this popped in my head when I said stare down. I don't want to stare down the barrel of the camera, of the lens or whatever. It was just, then that thing popped in my head, but then I think there was an automatic, like, should I say that, or should I say, is that like too ADHD? Or it was even like, if I say this, is it gonna look like I think it went this far where it was like, if I say this, is it gonna look like I'm trying to be quirky or ADHD, or like put on a character or something? I don't fucking know. If everything I'm doing is for attention, and then if it is, it's kind of like, okay, so what, who cares? But then, like, I judge my inner child for even wanting attention at all anyway. So it's just it's like, it's just, I don't freely speak and just say what's on my mind. It's all embellished with these trauma responses, that something's gonna happen if I do that, or something, that I'm doing something wrong, that I'm gonna get attacked in some way about it, or my character is gonna be attacked. So I just burped. I wonder if that has to do with my body trying to calm down, my body gulping too much air than what's necessary out of desperation of the need to be liked, I guess. And then just saying that is like, I don't know, should I have not said that? It's like a feeling of uncomfortable. Okay, I've been thinking that I want to look at the timer. Oh my god, okay, there's only 2 minutes left. I want to plan on doing this as a daily thing, maybe. God, and it is hard to just not have a lot of thoughts when I see that there's one like, thank you. I see that one person's watching, and then I get stressed about that, I guess. And then I just, ew, and then my ego is just like, you know, after this is done and I've posted it, I try not to look at the frickin' views, but I looked at the views of my last live thing, last video I did, and then it's like, I just want to give up that ego bullshit, petty, whatever. Like, obviously, it's, ew, I just, like, don't want people, I don't want people to watch out of me being fulfilled in that it's important because a certain amount of people have clicked on the video. Like, I don't want to be doing that. I just want to trust. Yeah, I don't want that to make it like meaningful or purposeful, because at the like deep down I don't feel that way at all. I just literally let the trauma responses fucking get to me, and the stress of stuff, or just like, ew, yeah, of course, no one, what, ew, like, stuff. This is freeing. This is so freeing to me, and this is what I want to do. I want to just come here without any agenda and just do the work of, we're giving up control today. And I'm just, if I just sit here and said absolutely nothing, I don't need to feel like an imposition. It's my channel. Like, click away if you don't want to watch someone do nothing. But I just, okay, and I don't want this to go on forever. Or do I? Or am I just worried of making a video that's too long because someone else thinks that that's too long? So I just want to finish some of these thoughts. It is just helping me to not look, it's just helping me to be more internal, to be not looking. But there's a judgment about that, I think, that that's, I don't know, there's something not good enough about that. Like, it's not a good enough performance or something. And it's like, I don't want to be having to put on a performance. Like, for me, even to make good art in any way that is, that I enjoy doing art, like music, even sketch comedy that I've done, or whatever, videos, and just talking about a subject, like, to me, for me, to have that be actually enjoyable and have my true essence, like, shine through, and not have it be clouded with like a million fucking trauma responses, I have to let go of the need for it to be good enough. I think I do just have to do this for a while, every day, and it would actually be a win. I'm having a perspective shift of, it would be a win to just sit here and do nothing and feel okay about myself. And immediately there's these thoughts of like these potential comments of like calling me a narcissist or something, or that why am I just like fucking posting me doing nothing, like I'm so important and whatever. I am doing this for myself. I am doing this for my own exposure therapy. Like, it's hard to facilitate this in the real world. I am in therapy again. I'm doing somatic experiencing therapy. My next appointment is like February 12th, and she recommended doing it at minimum every 2 weeks, if not every 3 weeks. So at least I know she's not just trying to get my money. Like, I think it's good to have a lot of integration time in between my appointments, but I want to start getting more calm in my body in ways, excuse me, now. I don't want to have to wait around for these very like beneficial focused therapy sessions where I can like work on feeling safe and doing this. Like the somatic experience is kind of like what I'm trying to do here. It would be me sitting with the person and trying not trauma response, or she would pick up on if I'm doing it. She'd be like, oh, your shoulder moved like this into a bit of a protective thing. Like, can you feel into that, or blah blah blah, whatever. It's just I'm not gonna make someone be therapist in my real life. So sorry, I guess I'm making the internet the witnesser in a way. It's just like I have issues with people and connecting with people, so there's a difference between and now I'm having a thought of like, is this over explaining myself? Am I saying this because I feel like I have to explain to people why I'm gonna be just using the live stream experience to therapute myself? I don't know the word. But I don't know. And then if I'm fucking explaining that because I'm just bringing people on my journey with me, then who fucking cares? We're still like trauma responding. Like, I don't know what to do and how to act. It's just always, what can I be for these people? What can I be? Like, I don't consciously think that. It's just like in my body. It's hard to get out of without doing something like this. And so I'm not going to get a person in real life, be like, okay, here, just sit, and I'm just gonna like, my body's gonna like react to being in the presence of another human, and like, can you just spend your time just being witness to that? Like, I got therapy, she's getting paid to do that, but it's pretty, it's not that often at all, and I just want to start feeling more safe in my bod. And it's been confusing because I've done a lot of therapy stuff as a way to control a bit too much. You know, it got really perfectionistic-y. I've got OCD behaviors, and so I kind of, even a good thing, you can turn it into an OCD theme and then have stress and worry that you're not doing enough and you're not learning enough and trying to heal yourself enough. And so it's like hard sometimes also to, it's kind of ironic, like giving up control is the therapy, but sometimes I feel like giving up control, this might make no sense, I feel like giving up control is trying, like, could I end up trying to control by giving up control? Like, I need to, controlling the trauma response is a little bit too much. Like, yeah, it's not about controlling it, it's about just sit with that discomfort. Oh, thought popped in my head where it's like, oh, the video title said, you know, control freak tries to give up control for 10 minutes, and oh, the video is gonna be like fucking hour long. Oh no, what must that mean? Oh god, it's just, I have like an uptight British person in my, sorry to shit on the British people in this way, I guess. The trauma response is causing me to feel the need to be like, I'm sorry to the British people for like using this example of like a little a poised little British like proper perfectionistic fucking voice in my head. It's like, oh no, that was not 10 minutes. That was way that was way more than 10. Okay. That just reminded me of Justin Trudeau. I'm sorry to say, but that was a times 10 version of Justin Trudeau. But I just watched about 5 minutes of a clip the other day about the tariffs going on. I'm trying to detach from politics and everything, but he did the like, what we are going to do is what the like it gives me an ick, and I feel bad to say that because I don't want to be critical of other people and how they're being, but I feel like I sense the control freakish ways, like why the words have to be like, I just feel, I feel like the person needs to fucking shit and they aren't, they're like constipated. It's like, what? Okay. It's nice to watch the cars and not be scared that of some interaction that someone's gonna make eye contact with me. I do feel more free right now. I think it's good that I went longer because I just had a freak moment where I'm like, was I on mute? Because one time I started off on mute the day that I accidentally left the comments on, but thank God, because I was on mute for the first 2 minutes, and then someone was like, oh, you're muted. We're not on mute. Mic icon's perfectly fine. Okay. Yeah, what I was saying, I'm happy this has gone on way longer because it's very beneficial for me to leave the experience in this zen way of being. I think there's like still little bits of holding my breath at times, but I feel like to a certain extent I have given up control, and that I'm proud of myself for. Okay, fun thing that I'm gonna comment on. So the last live, just to like take you guys even more into my journey and what goes on with me, and the just sort of silliness of it, and the proper little like, that was inaccurate, little British person in me. Proper prestigious British like, what would be the proper British royalty? Now it's like, oh, am I shitting on the royal family if I okay, I want to come up with like an archetype, an exact, maybe I'll have like a new instead of it just be, I don't want it to just be British person, like proper British person. I will go and think of like like constipated, pompous, giving royal with too much ego British person. I don't know, I'll come with like a archetype in a way that I want to like say it when I refer to this energy. But I had the energy when I did the last live. I talked about just feeling, I was trying to just be in my body and just let it do its thing. And then I talked about I was craving a caffeinated drink, but I was stressed, and then I was expressing how, oh, I shouldn't, I know it's not the right thing to be having a caffeinated drink when you're anxious, and but it's like I've been doing a lot more meditation, and I just need a break. I was like trying to prove to the audience that it's okay for me to do that. I guess, I don't know, in the live I was just sort of expressing those thoughts of the internal stuff of what was going on with me, and then I think at the end I said, I don't even know if I said for sure, like, oh, I'm gonna go get my drink now, I think, or I'm gonna do this, and then I didn't end up doing that. And then I had thoughts about it, just like, that bugs me, but it bugs me way less than it used to. But it's just like, I was not accurate. With I said I was going to go get a caffeinated beverage, and actually I did not, in fact, not do that very thing. Oh my god, spitting. It reminds me of Mr. Bean when the spitting, what was that skit? Was it Mr. Bean? When he was like, the person that can't stop spitting with their pee. Okay. So there was that, and then there was this urge, and I'm giving into it now, I guess, by talking about it in a way, to, there's just like a judgment of even, yeah, I don't, it's like, wait, there was also this, like, wanting, like, the audience turned into parental figures for me, because I felt the need to be like, I was a good little girl and I didn't get the caffeine drink, you know, because it was actually, it was a way to self-soothe with sugar and caffeine and, like, a bit of a substance, and, like, I did the good right thing and I didn't do that, and I just want, like, everyone to know. All I have to do is, like, good job, Alyssa. You can be proud of yourself. You can be proud of your own fucking self, and you don't have to try to get other people to be proud of you. And it's going to cause me stress if people comment nice, supportive things. That is going to cause me stress. I am, for real, I'm fearful, avoidant as fuck, and that is going to cause, and now I feel like I'm controlling people by saying that, like, am I being manipulative to be like, don't do this thing even if you feel naturally inclined to do and you want to do that? Like, for one thing, every fucking thing causes me stress. Negative, positive, neutral, anything. I'm just letting that sit. I don't need to say anything else. I'm just sitting with it. My mind just went blank. I hear the wind. That's peaceful. We're living in the real world, folks. We're living in the real world now. I'm not living in my head for once. Not living in my head for once. Olay, 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 olay. Not living in my head for once. Olay, 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 olay. Not living in my head. We're dancing in the car, and I'm really trying to rhyme now. I'm getting back in my head and trying to control and rhyme good and be good for everyone. Okay. That's the vibes. I'm gonna abruptly end this because I don't know how else to do that. Okay, I'm abruptly ending it. Okay, bye. Love you. Bye.